Pepper says, are you ready to declutter another section of this hoarded basement? I know I am.
Hello everyone and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. For today, of course, we're back in this basement. We are completely cleaning this out for the summer. That will be done. Now, I want to kind of reorganize and declutter because this section right here, you can't tell with the angle that I'm shooting it, but right here it's nice and open, but behind me there are some labeled bins and there's also some miscellaneous stuff that needs to go into a home, or rather a home needs to be recreated for it. And now that we have all these empty yard sale bins, we can start to organize that stuff. And we also have the new opened up space in the corner in the front, so these labeled bins can now be moved out from the center over here and put back into the corner. Also really want to get to this chair right over here. I know, I can tell just by looking at it that it's a bunch of stuff that's just been churned, put over here, and that we can probably declutter it really easily. So without further ado, let's start rearranging and organizing this basement. The top, anything that's a flat surface for me, I'm going to throw something on here. Now this stuff is obviously keep. This just has to go upstairs. This I'm actually going to bring upstairs because that's where I tend to write, is upstairs. And again, it's just miscellaneous stuff that just needs to be in a home. A little cute little journal that goes upstairs. This little coffee maker thing, this is technically going to go upstairs in the kitchen. It belongs up there because it's like a 1-cup thing. And you know, I do like it. So we'll put that upstairs. This right here is just party supplies. All we have to do is just put it, well, I see why it's temporarily right here because there's a bunch of crap on top of the party bin. So here's where we're gonna do some rearranging because what's on top of it is actually the school supplies. Now, I have an empty bin that we can put all the kids' school stuff into, opening up that space because I will eventually go through every single school paper and everything and kind of curate it down to one bin. So maybe that's one thing we can do for rearranging now, is that take a bin, just start putting more of the school stuff in there so I know that that's a school bin. That way we can finally put some of this party stuff away.
Now let's move on to this labeled bin. This is clearly hubby's. It's very sentimental of his mother's celebration of life. So we're going to take this bin and move it over to the newly opened up side. And this next label bin is, of course, gift wrap, which I just recently used because I had so many May birthdays. So again, it's all contained in this container and we're just going to move it over to the side. And I just remembered that I had these shirt boxes over here that I used for my oldest birthday. So I know where it's at. We're going to put this away too so that I can reuse it again. And of course, this Party City bag of birthday supplies, we got a home for that now. It doesn't have to sit in a bag and be churned again. And of course, Miss Pepper was by my side to help me put it all away. I have to admit that she definitely is my emotional support kitty as we declutter and clean out my house. Now, I must tell you that string is definitely her toy of choice. Next, we have a frame that I was going to DIY into something new, so of course we'll put that in the home decor bin. Now, this next bin is obviously sentimental because it has Brandon's toddler workbooks that bring so many memories. Now, I'm going to put it in this newly opened up corner, but first, I kind of want to sweep it up before we start storing bins over here. Now, something else that I noticed is that there is some rusting old metal bars and pieces, so I think we're definitely going to move this out of here and it's going to be a tossy-tossy. I know that a scrap metaler guy will come and pick it up. So now we can move these labeled bins and start stacking them in the corner over here. That way they're not in the center anymore. Now moving back to the top of this 3-tier organizer, there is some random stuff that we can let go of. And this bag, of course, is more sensitive paper that I can't show on camera, but everything in here is a tossy-tossy. And hopefully one day my house will finally be paper-free. So now we can roll this card back into corners so it's out of the way and we can move on to other things that are on the floor. This, of course, is all schoolwork, so that's got to go with the schoolwork section. And this was office supplies that I had bought, but I couldn't reach the office supply bin. But this folder right here, I have to let go of. I didn't realize that it did have water damage, and as much as I love it, I'm in a place where I can finally let it go.
Okay, so in this bag, it's always been in this bag. It is my Little Ponies from when I was a little girl. And I'm going to be honest, I need to get it out of this bag. I need to put it in a better spot, like a bin, and I do have a bin for it now. So we're going to transport it into the bin. That way they're safe. I know me. This is like root emotional, sentimental attachment. This is my childhood ponies that I loved and literally played hours, days, weeks, months. The memories are just so wonderful that I know that if these were to get damaged or lost or ruined or thrown out, I don't want to say I'd regress in my hoarding, but I would. Let's be real, I would. I wouldn't regress to the point where I have to re-hoard everything like outside of My Little Pony. It would be that I would be in a desperate need to re-buy ponies from eBay or Macari or some other place to try and like recuperate that. That's the desperation that I would feel, because I already know that because of the way I was feeling imagining it. It terrified me. So what we have to do is to avoid that is just put them into the container, take care of them, because soon enough we'll have this basement in shape where I can display my beloved My Little Pony collection. All right, so let's start to move over to this chair because I can tell it's going to be easy. Tossies real quick, empty it out. Now something that I'm realizing is that this stuff on the top, this is all hubby's work stuff. So I'm just going to get a bin and kind of transfer everything into it and just kind of put it over by his thing so it's all together. I don't want to make decisions or throw out anything that he might actually need to be able to use to fix something in the house. Box underneath of this is a shoe box that is empty. Clearly, I probably made the decision to let this go and put it in this box, and it just never got taken upstairs for whatever odd reason when we made the decision to make a tossy, but that's okay because we're following through with this, because I see hangers that I know I made a decision in the past to throw this out. Not sure why they're still here. What a little treasure is right here is all my butterfly clips from, what was that, the late 90s, early 2000s? I don't know, the Britney Spears NSYNC era. That was so much fun, but all of my butterfly clips and stuff. So this one is sentimental, but the rest of the stuff in this box, yeah, no, we have to make sure that we are bringing it up and taking it out. This box under the way, and what's under here? Yeah, so pretty much this entire box right here was supposed to go up at one time as a tossy because there's empty boxes in here, and let's be real, I think these are old empty boxes, and I guess it was just kind of lost in translation, right? Like it was meant to come up, never came up. It's fine. I know I would not hoard this, and a matter of fact, I know this is to be true because I remember letting this go.
And the bag underneath of the boxes, this is again old mail. This is all stuff that needs to be shredded, so I can't show it on camera, but I can definitely make sure that we're shredding it. And this right here is some older GoPro equipment. I'm actually gonna have my son look through everything because he's older and I wanna see if he wants to keep any of this stuff and wants to play around with it because he likes to make videos too. And this old cording, I don't even know what it's to, but it's clearly cut, so it's an immediate tossy.
This is, oh, why are these things just so hard? The little toddler rug. It's upside down. The little toddler rug that used to be in Brandon's room when it was a playroom. Of course, I'm going to ask them to make sure that it's okay to let it go. a lot of memories. I mean, I can't lie. There's a lot of memories in this, and it stings a little bit. It really does. It stings, and I'm feeling my emotions, and I'm allowing myself to feel my emotions, but it's kind of that reminder in the sense that I feel like I should have a child here who should be playing with this and enjoying it, but they're not, because I had like 3 miscarriages, so they're not here to enjoy it. Obviously, my boys are too old to really do anything with it, and there are many other children that are here that can play with this and be a blessing to them and their families. So as long as I get the boys a-okay, we'll let this go and we'll put it on the Facebook Town's giving page.
And the boys did end up letting go of that toddler carpet so that another little boy or girl can play with it. And now it is time to show you today's tossy pile. It was a little more than expected because I was really focusing on organizing, but I was very pleasantly surprised to find that pretty much everything on that chair is getting tossed out and will be recycled as best as we can. And now me and Miss Pepper want to show you the newly opened up space in the basement. It really opened up the middle right here just by clearing off things off of this chair and also taking bins and putting them to the side in a more organized fashion. We opened up this middle incredibly, and I know for a fact we're going to be able to get this basement done this summer. Now, I do want to add that yes, this water heater is still here because unfortunately hubby can't pull it up by himself. He needs a helper, so hopefully we'll find one soon so that can be taken out too. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let something go in your home today too.